Hello everybody. New setup, new green screen setup, new office, dual screens. I've got a new ring light here. I don't know if you can see it in my glasses there. There it is. All new camera setup. Just everything's new. I mean, hell, my green screen, it deletes my can. Ooh. Also deletes my green headphones here. See? You can see through my head. Well, so I don't know how well you guys can hear me because I broke my microphone. I broke it. It's shot. I had it set on here and something happened. I don't know if you can see the big kink here in the metal, but there's an actual kink in the metal. I think I rolled over it with my old chair when I took this off. I take this off every now and then. I clean this, I clean this, I wipe everything down. And I think I dropped it and ran it over with the chair, so it no longer works. So right now I'm working off of the microphone on the camera. I'm really sorry about that, but it happens. I've got a new microphone coming in the mail. I got one of the big bendy arm ones with the actual, streaming microphone. It's hectic. It really is. Brand new chair. I mean, I got all new chair, all new desk, new monitors, new stuff all around. I can finally kick my shoes off and rub my feet on carpet. I mean, before it was just tile floor. It was havoc. I might sound a little weird, but it is what it is. So what I'm going to do here today is I am going to be looking at a video from Slapped Ham. I mean, as you can see, real scary footage that'll creep you out. I know Casper Sight did a reaction to this not too long ago, but there are a lot of reactors out there that yell and scream and just they wreak havoc on everything, and they go, oh, everything's a ghost, everything, oh my god, that's paranormal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little breakdown of things. I'm going to look at it from that debunking point of view. It's just who I am. See, I've done countless paranormal investigations. I've done so much stuff. It's ridiculous. But what I'm planning on doing is just going through, watching video, pointing stuff out, giving my take on it. I mean, there's a lot of these videos that are clear, obvious fakes, and it bugs me. It really does. Yeah. You got people out there. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, look at that! It's just calm the hell down. Calm down. It is a damn video, and some of these videos are just too cheesy and too crappy. I mean, there's literally videos out there where they're like, oh my god, that's a ghost, and it's like, yeah, I've seen that exact same ghost on one of those old 2015 ghost apps where it's like you can put the ghost in a picture that you take, or it's just junk. So let's get into it. Let's see what we got here.
CCTV footage from a seemingly normal late-night shift for a truck driver has created an internet sensation, spiralling viewers into a fervour of speculation and mystery. The footage, uploaded to YouTube by Nixmatic, was captured during the driver's overnight haul. It illustrates an unusual sequence of events. Take a look. Watching that again, as the driver leans over to collect some bags that have fallen over, you can see a strange face lurking just behind the driver's seat.
Okay. Already, when I watched this video with Casper Sight, and he freaked out, he did not know what was going on. Let's break this down. Okay, right here you have a rosary that's attached to the mirror, hanging from the rearview mirror. Some semis have them, some don't, because you can't actually look through a rearview mirror. So they actually have what is basically storage for paperwork and stuff that goes up top. Like it's like the center hub of your vehicle. You have like a radio spot for like a CB radio, and then right in front of your face you've got cupboard for paperwork and documentation, and then the passenger seat has the same. That's that's main stuff for trucks and semis. Now, the face that they point out, that face, if you notice right here, you can see it lit up. That's right behind his head. If you can look at this light spot on the window frame of his door, that means light is coming in. You've got light coming in through the side. You've got him. It's lighting up his shirt. That right there, that tells me that there is a light source off the side of the road, and that is merely just the seat. Because as you can see, you got my seat here, you got the seat here. These semi seats, a lot of them come up like here, because they're supposed to cradle you in a way where, they have air suspension seats, so it's an airbag under your butt. You sit down and it deflates, and then you just ride on this cushion of air, and you're just like floating there. The seats on a semi are tall, so you can put your head back and drive. That's what that is. And when he bends over, there's light coming in, so it's only going to light up that one side. You can see that it's not lighting up all this other stuff. It's at a particular angle where it's just kind of hitting that face.
What makes this encounter even more spine-chilling is that the driver himself...
Yeah. On a big screen, that might look like an eye, but there's a paradox where you see something in like a window or a mirror or something, and you pick out the facial features, because that's what the human body, we're designed to find a face in things. That's why when you cut an onion and it's got the two dots and then a line, you go, oh my god, my onion has a face. No, it's just, that's what we're trained to see. It's just...
Elf was completely oblivious to the eerie presence. According to reports, he claimed that nothing unusual had occurred during his shift. It was only when colleagues reviewed the...
Now, you saw that flash as he went by that light source. It was right there. So it's plain to see that is part of the seat.
Footage that the spectral face was spotted.
Yeah, it's still there. He leans over, it lights up, he leans back. See how my head turns this into a shadow? Because I got my light here and a light here. But then when I lean over, it lights up that. That's all it's doing. That's all that is.
Mysterious sighting has since garnered widespread attention, with many viewers leaping headfirst into the realms of the paranormal for an explanation. Some enthusiasts theorize that the unseen entity, a ghost or spirit, may have been responsible for the unexplained falling of the bags, only to reveal itself momentarily behind.
Look at how that necklace is hanging. You see it swing forward real fast. He's braking. He's coming to a stop. He's downshifting. He's downshifting quickly. So all the stuff is moving forward. He's just got to he's got a tall backpack on its ass, and he's braking hard, so it just falls forward. It's common sense. Anybody who's ever put a bag on their back seat and then stopped at a stop sign and had to reach back and stop it from falling, it's obvious. This is not paranormal. It's not scary. This guy has a dash cam. It's very poor quality. So, I mean, you're talking like maybe 2 megapixel camera here with a night vision. So you don't pick up a lot of stuff. I mean, you've got all of this right here in the front, and then right here, this is the flare from the light. The infrared light is hitting it. It's reflecting it back, which is blurring the picture slightly. It's ridiculous.
Behind the driver's seat.
Yeah, watch.
Skeptics, however, think it could just be pareidolia, a psychological phenomenon wherein the mind perceives a familiar pattern, such as a face, where none actually exists. The late-night eerie encounter has opened a Pandora's box of theories, pitting the supernatural against the scientific.
See how far forward that rosary flies? Everything's just falling down because of gravity, and you know, object in motion tends to stay in motion. He's stopping. That object wants to fall forward because that's where it was going. It's ridiculous.
In a quest for answers. Whether it's a spirit from the beyond or just our brains playing tricks on us, the incident offers an intriguing mystery that has captured the collective imagination of
There's no
viewers
mystery.
everywhere.
No mystery at all. That's just... It's not a mystery. Okay. This one.
Next eerie one was uploaded to TikTok by Terra S Nocturnos. It's some security footage captured inside the kitchen at a restaurant. At first, everything seems perfectly normal. But watch what happens next.
Okay. I've worked in a kitchen. I've worked in a dish room. I've worked at a casino kitchen for like the biggest buffet in the area. I mean, this is a casino feeding, you know, maybe 800 to 1,000 people on a daily basis during a normal week, and then like 2,000 during a holiday peak. Look at the floor under his feet. See all this? I mean, you've got wet floor. This is all wet, and you see this guy's in loafers, and then he's in regular tennis shoes. These are regular Nike tennis shoes. He's not wearing kitchen shoes. He's not wearing slip-resistant shit. He's also off of this 1 foot, leaning forward, and only on the ball of his foot, on this foot. That's all that this is. Yeah. See, all he did was slip. You've got a huge tub of water or oil or whatever here. You've got fresh dishes that just came from a dish room. I mean, what they do is these dishes, the people get the dishes in. It goes in this big water trough, and they put the plates in, and they spray them off with a hand sprayer. Put them in a machine that runs it through, sprays it with like 300-degree water. I mean, it is hot, like sanitizing water. The water cleans it off. They pull them out, they put them in a rack, put them in these tubs, and then wheel them out. And you know when you get a plate at buffet or something, and it has that water ring from the last plate that was taken off? Yeah, they're still wet. These bins have holes in the bottom. They're perforated so that any built up water can still fall out. That's why they have these big steel grates here. That's to let the water drain off, and so that when they mop the floors or squeegee the floors, it goes right into here and cleans it off. I mean, that's plain and simple right there. He's not wearing the right shoes. Neither of them are. It's an epoxy resin floor, so it's real slick, But what they do is they put a little aggregate in there to make it grippy. But even with a little bit of water on there, the floors are slick. I mean, working at the casino, it was tile floor, but it's called kitchen tile, and it's like a very light sandpaper feel. The moment any water or oil gets on there, you can slide for days. That's why you have to wear those specific shoes, which this guy is not. I mean, those might be Adidas. I mean, I know the 3-stripe thing. So those are definitely not kitchen shoes, and neither are this guy's shoes. I mean, hell, this guy's wearing freaking pajama pants. It's ridiculous. Yeah, all he did
On
was
first
slip.
watch, you might just think the cook simply slipped, but if we watch it zoomed in and slowed down, a more mysterious scenario presents itself.
Yeah, look how glazed that floor is.
A lot of viewers think the cook
Yeah, when this person walks by, you can see all the glaze on the floor where the water's there. This part of his hip, I mean, it is right below his hip bone, so most of his body weight is above that lever. I mean, you've got his legs here. Instead of being at the hip or above the hip, it's right below the hip. So he's leaning, and he's just you've got too much top on top and not enough on the bottom, and he's only on he's on the ball of his feet, like right here, right before the toes. So anything after that, it's just he slipped. It's ridiculous that anybody thinks that this is paranormal in any way. My guess is they saved this video because he tried to file like a claim or something that he slipped, and the company's like, no, we'll show you the video. You slipped because you're not wearing the right shoes.
Cook was grabbed by poltergeist, a type of entity that many paranormal investigators.
Grabbed by a poltergeist. Oh yeah. Let's grab this guy's leg who's leaning over on a wet floor, and we'll pull him in the middle of the kitchen. Who comes up with this shit? It's ridiculous.
Investigators think can interact with the physical world. As always, though, I'll throw this one out to you, the viewers, for
Now
final
watch.
judgment.
He leans
What do you
too
think's
far.
been caught on video here? Let me know in the comments down below.
He leaned too far. He leaned too far. He's wearing the wrong shoes, and the floor's wet. It's easy.
A strange sighting in Casambu, Brazil has been making the rounds on the internet, setting off a wave of speculation and curiosity among netizens worldwide. The video, shared on Reddit by user Little Space Mochi, reveals a peculiar glowing figure, seemingly humanoid, standing on a hill.
Okay, this one's really hard to kind of break down, but what you have is some kind of structure or statue or something built. If you look at the ground and all these plants here and where the lighting is coming from, the light is coming right at it. Everything's coming from this side at it, this side at it, this side at it. All the shadows are pointing at it. So you've got an item with a reflective surface, or at least a shiny, glassy surface that's white, and it's reflecting the light back. And this person's zooming in with a very poor camera. I'm betting this came from an iPhone, but I mean, it's a poor video. Poor quality video, and they're shooting it from a specific distance where you can't really make anything out. I mean, you've got these things, and they're like, oh, those are people. Well, how? I could see that they're people, but if there was something really here that was super paranormal, you'd think all those people that are walking this path would notice. And then when you go to like this place on Brazil and you look this up, there is some kind of statue here. It's like a religious statue, and people are, oh well, maybe it's glowing because of paranormal. No, it's not.
The figure's relative size is emphasized as other individuals can be seen strolling around, seemingly dwarfed by the radiant entity. However, viewers have pointed out that the luminescent figure remains stationary throughout the clip. This detail has led some skeptics to propose that the figure might simply be a large inanimate object, brilliantly reflecting the sun's rays rather than an animate, glowing entity. Despite the naysayers, the video's appeal was undeniable. It's amassed thousands of upvotes on Reddit, and its reach has since extended across various social media platforms, driving a flurry of theories and guesses regarding the true nature of this bizarre spectacle. So what's your take on this? Could it be a visitor from another world, a supernatural being, or just a well-lit, ordinary object basking in the Brazilian sun? The conversation continues as the internet attempts to demystify this strange phenomenon.
Okay, so I'm pulling this up on my phone of the area that it came from, where it's at, and like there's no real river in the area that it says it was filmed at, but the next town over there is a river that goes through, and it has the similar features of the area. Let's see. Yeah, there's an actual road there. There's an actual road there, and it is a marked location in the map, and there's a big white water tower. It's a big white water tower. That is the location. So all that paranormal crap is just somebody recording a water tower from a distance. I mean, would it be awesome if that was like this big, huge, thing? Yeah, it would be. But, I mean, when you can see the water tower from the Google Maps location of the city, it really does throw stuff. It come on. You're gonna tell me that this is some big paranormal? Oh, it's a giant like god or something came down to Earth and it drives me nuts when people jump to all these conclusions without actually looking into stuff. It's like, yeah, this Slaptam does good, and he does put out a lot of things like it could be this, it could be that, it could be, skeptics say it might be this, but stop giving these people and these accounts all this activity, because people see this video and then they'll go in to the other person's video and give them likes and shares, and they'll share it, and they'll just keep spreading the bullshit. Stop doing that. Stop giving them praise. It's nothing. It's literally a water tower.
A TikTok video shared by user Vincenti Canio has left thousands of viewers stunned and scratching their heads as a tweet seems to defy the laws of time by predicting a goal in a live football game. In the clip, we see a bustling football stadium where a game is currently underway. The camera focuses on a man who reveals his phone screen displaying a tweet claiming that a goal has just been scored. Watch what happens. In an astonishing twist, merely seconds after the man reads out the predictive tweet, the football rockets into the net. A goal indeed transpires just as the tweet had mysteriously foretold. This peculiar sequence of events has sparked a frenzy of speculation among viewers.
Okay, this one, there's been a couple of different ways that people have debunked this and said it was fake and this and that. One of the things is there was multiple matches going on different games in different areas. Like there's these two teams and then there's another two teams because this was some kind of preliminary game or match, something, and they're showing the score from the other team, and then he goes, oh look, a goal happened, and then the people that he's telling to is like, hey, no goal happened, we're watching it live. And then they cut out the audio because the cheering happens. But one of the other YouTubers had pulled up the audio and did like peeking up on it, and he said something like, not this game, the other one, or the other game, and like the people didn't understand that he was talking about the other game because the other game somebody had hit a goal, got a goal, and he was showing the other score because one of the teams on this match was going to go up against the winners of the other match that was going on. Does that fit? You know, I mean, I don't follow soccer. It's a grown man's game of fetch, but you know, I'm not into sports. I'm not that big, you know, sports thing. Like, I really don't care. Football, hockey, soccer, you know, it's not my thing. Like, I'll watch baseball every now and then, but you know, after all the main Diamondback players went away, I just stopped watching baseball because like Goldschmidt and Tomas and all them people, they're getting traded off to different teams, and it was rough. So I haven't watched in like 2 years, but you know, it is what it is. But this, I mean, he's like, oh, look, a goal. Why would somebody be on Twitter? First off, why would somebody be on Twitter looking at the scores and calls for the game that they're watching? The only reason why he'd be on Twitter is to check the scores of another game or to keep, you know, up to date on what's going on in the league in a whole. I mean, it doesn't make sense that he'd be checking the score on a game that he's watching. It just doesn't make sense. Like, why would he be like, okay, open up Twitter, what's going on with this game that I'm watching? It makes no sense. Like, I've been watching baseball, and then I'll pull up my ESPN app and check the scores of other games that are going on, and I'll monitor those. And I'll do the same with football if more than one game is being played at a time. That's just how it is. And it's like, if I do that, then why? Then I assume that somebody else would too. Like, would you, as a viewer, watching a game, would you watch a game and check the scores of other games that you're interested in? Or would you be watching a game live and checking the same scores at the same time? Does that make sense to you? Yeah.
Many have dubbed it a glitch in the Matrix, alluding to the idea that we could be living in a simulated reality, where a tweet could uncannily predict the outcome of a live game moments before it happens. But how could a tweet know a goal was imminent, even as the camera holder watched the match live and no goal had taken place? This question remains the enigma at the heart of this viral clip, fueling debates about the nature of reality and the influence of technology on our perception of real-time events. Here's a quick yet eerie one uploaded to TikTok by It's Me Chiquito. It's some CCTV footage that shows something rather creepy. A mysterious and fast-moving shadow zips along the balcony of a building. Comparing the figure to the people on the bottom floor, it doesn't appear to be normal at all. It's small in size and moves unusually fast.
Okay. This one is it's more difficult. First of all, you're viewing a video recorded using a phone, recording the screen of a computer monitor, so you're losing a lot of the resolution in there. And another thing is, this camera is looking at a dark alley or a dark top part and then a very, very well lit bottom part. So the camera is on the daytime mode, so it can see color down here, and then up top is just viewing the light, whatever's reflecting light. This could easily be somebody running by, and because of how security cameras are, if they're poor quality, like 5 megapixel and less, at this distance, with how this bottom part here is all well lit, and then the top part up there is really dark, with how that is, anybody running through will blur, because the camera's trying to record an image, but you're moving and moving and moving, so you're getting that after effect, the little after shadow, which drags the image. Another thing is because you have the reflected light back, you're having a shadow on the wall, which is also behind the person, so you're having a shadow. Here's the person, here's the shadow of the blur, and then there's the blur and the shadow of the blur. So you're having all of that happen all at once in a single frame. And I get this same effect with my security cameras at home when it's dark out and it's trying to pick up the stuff on the other side of the road, because my cameras, the way they're set up is I can see everything in the yard crystal clear. I can see everything from my fence to the street really clear, and then the street I'm kind of clear, but then as soon as it's across the street, anything that's moving by just looks like a blurry blob just kind of walking. Or if they're wearing darker clothing and it masks with the background, the image doesn't even show up, and the person just disappears completely. That's cameras. It's not like a day-to-day camera like you're seeing me. It's not like this. A night vision camera or a surveillance camera it doesn't pick up all this features. It's trying to pick up the light and the dark, and you're getting a black, a white, and a gray. You're having this gray scale. That's it. That's all you get to see. So it's going between the images, and it's trying to filter through to give a crisper, clearer image. But can I say for certain that it's somebody running? No, I can't. It's just, that's how I've seen it. That's how I've dealt with it. I mean, I've done paranormal investigations before, so you have to look at these things. You have to look at these things and actually, fully judge. You have to make an actual judgment call. And this, as an investigator, I cannot say that this is paranormal at all, because it is bad camera work, and you're recording the video on a phone through a monitor. You lose all that resolution, and it's just sad. Let's watch.
Given that the black mass runs along the balcony in a perfectly straight line, this seems to...
Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. You've got something here. You've got the blur of their shadow and their after shadow all together. But because they're moving so fast, like it's a run, and it's trying to pick up all this light stuff down here, it's not working well on this. So it disappears in this darkness. That's how that's working. But as you can see, it's behind the pillars. It's behind the pillars. It's behind this walkway, so you know it's not a shadow of something, like being cast from a light being passed over. Like a light passes behind my head, and then you see the shadow of my head on something. It's not that. So it has to be somebody on the actual walkway itself. It's somebody running on that walkway. It has to be a person.
Rule out the possibility of a bug on the lens, as it matches the trajectory perfectly. So what do you think this could be? Love to hear theories on this strange...
Yeah, anybody that says it's a bug on the lens needs to pull their bottom lip over their head and swallow hard, because that's just a stupid way of thinking. You can see clearly that it's behind the pillars and it's behind the thing, and it's actually on that because it stays on the same path. And even here, you can see all of this lens flare coming off of all these lights down here, and then way up top, it's all dark. Yeah, that right there. I mean, there's a 99% chance that it's somebody running across the top there, and I'm with the height of it, I'm gonna say teenager or a child, because you see this person sitting here. Well, if you look to their other side of them, because here's the person and then there's their food on the table, but then if you look on the other side of them, you've got food and stuff on this table here, and then you've got something here. So that means they're with somebody, and this person here is doing something with the trash. So what I'm guessing is they're like, yeah, just go run around, run off your energy, come back when you're done.
Deciding in the comments down below.
Yeah, I used to do that with my parents all the time. They'd let me go and I'd just go running.
An enigma wrapped in rotating green lights appeared in the night sky above Middleton, Ohio, leaving residents and experts puzzled. The lights were first spotted around 10:30 p.m. on Wednesday the 21st of June 2023, and according to multiple witnesses, they performed a bizarre aerial display before darting across the night sky and vanishing. Local resident Bryce Garrick was one of the witnesses. He managed to record the extraordinary spectacle on his phone, capturing footage of an unidentified luminescent object hovering in the darkness.
Okay. You can see, like, the lights. These lights reflect on his lens, which tells me that he wasn't recording on his phone. You don't get a lens flare like that when you're working off of a phone. Your phone's lens is too close for it to have that light reflect at that distance. That means that he was using an actual camera with a lens cover, which is like, here's your lens and here's the lens cover. So that distance, that's why when you see like movies and then the light comes in on the movie and you have that weird reflection of the lens, that's what you're getting here. You're getting the reflection of those lights in the lens back onto the glass. That's what that is.
Recorded entity moves in a clockwise manner before making a rapid exit across the night.
Now, see, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got this one here, this one here, this one here, this one here. That is a reflection. These lights are coming into the lens, hitting the lens, and being reflected back upside down in the thing. This up here, this reflection up here, is the headlights down here. So you have these 5 or 6 if you count this as 2 because it's 2 headlights. So you have boom, 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 boom. This is here. If this was putting off the light that he's claiming, then this would be reflecting down here opposite. You'd see that reflection because you're seeing the reflections just in this point here and nowhere else. That tells me he's using an actual camera. He's using like an actual, well, actually, because of the reflection, this would be a lensed camera. This camera has mirrors, so that's where you're getting at. So this is a mirrored camera.
Sky.
Yeah, that reflection right there. You're getting the reflection of all the stuff down here. So that right there, he's using an actual camera, not his phone. So what he did was he filmed a scene, pretended like something was going on, brought it home, and put this in there as an after effect. What he probably did was he did a black screen, put this recorded some kind of a spinning circle over the black screen with a slight opacity, then put this image, the film video, on a third layer and made it slightly opaque so that when it's the black is here, the black shows through to the other images below.
Despite the attention it gathered among locals, the Butler County Sheriff's Office reported it hadn't received any calls related to the unusual occurrence.
Yeah,
Dispatchers also expressed their lack of explanation for the sightings. Brian Simpson, president of the Cincinnati Astronomical Society, found the speed at which the lights moved too swift for conventional drone technology. However, he also cautioned that such videos can be easily manipulated with readily available motion graphics software.
Yeah.
Simpson argued for the authenticity of such events to be determined by multiple corroborating reports, preferably at least 20 different accounts. He plans to further investigate these sightings and provide updates as more information becomes available. This event occurred shortly after a public meeting convened by a NASA panel to discuss hundreds of unidentified flying object reports. The panel analysed the common characteristics present in these sightings. Typically, the objects are small or round, often appearing silver, translucent, or white. They're also reported to be flying between 10,000 to 30,000 feet, with some moving at twice the speed of sound, while others remain stationary. A unique feature is their apparent lack of exhaust, suggesting unconventional propulsion methods. Though NASA couldn't confirm these objects as extraterrestrial, the agency did acknowledge the uncertainty surrounding their nature and origin. This uncertainty was reflected in a 2021 Pentagon statement declaring that out of 144 sightings reported by military pilots since 2004, all but one remained unexplained. NASA is working to remove the stigma surrounding UFO reporting, noting that commercial pilots are often reluctant to share such experiences. The agency also addressed the online harassment faced by some scientists who investigate these strange sightings.
Yeah. I mean, the whole alien, UFO thing. There are crafts out there that you just can't debunk them. You can't make any choice. You can't really show yes or no. You don't have that ability. But I mean, if NASA says that there's UFOs and the U.S. military says there's UFOs, then yeah, there's UFOs. But this one it's plain and simple. It's fake. He says, "Oh, I didn't make it up. I didn't do any of that." But I mean, the kid's a student at a school that does video software and editing. I mean, he could have talked to anybody. I mean, hell, anybody with like maybe 2 hours of time to kill could have made this video. You just go out and film a little sequence and then go, oh, and that's it. But he did not film that on his phone. Not at all.
Take a look at some eerie CCTV footage that's coming out of Singapore. Remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our creepy and freaky videos. Singapore's social media scene was recently stirred by a viral video that has viewers questioning the line between reality and illusion. The video, shared on YouTube by Supernatural Confessions in February 2023, features an eerie encounter of a bus driver during an overnight shift. The bus is empty, and the driver is finishing his shift when he notices something quite strange.
Okay. So, looking at this screen, you've got all the timestamp and alarm and everything on here. This is being played back. This is him. He paused the video, and he played it back. So he's showing you video that's already happened. So what that could be is he went up there, sat down, and just chilled for a bit, and then came back, rewound the video to where he's like sitting back there, and then he's like, "Oh, look at this! Look." I mean, you can see that it's on the replay. Because if this was being recorded, if this was live, it would have that little red dot in the screen. Because this is the same setup that our buses have here. There'd be it's usually, let's see, You've got labels in the upper corners here, up front one. Then you have the display alarm and the date and time. What it would have is a little blinking red square right around here telling you that it is currently running. And then you look here, it's already at the negative numbers. So he rewound this. He rewound it, what is it, a little over a minute. He rewound it for a minute back.
The display appears to show a man dressed in dark clothing sitting in one of the seats on the upper floor.
Kau tengok ni Okey, kat atas ni ada orang kan. Jiwa tu lah.
However, when he checks upstairs,
No.
there's no one there.
Sial kan, tak ada orang kan.
Okay. Another thing. That camera is marked up front 1. So upper front camera number 1. There's usually a camera at the front, then a camera midways, and then a camera at the back. That means that when he went up the stairs, he turned and looked to the back of the vehicle instead of the front, which you can actually see. Here, let's do it this way. Yeah.
Sial kan, tak ada orang kan.
Yeah. Bring it back. Now.
One there.
Yeah. See, that's the front of the vehicle there. That camera would be facing these chairs, these seats here. Because if it's up front, it would be looking at, you see the guy would be sitting in one of these spots. It's like all of this right here, you'd see the guy in one of these seats. That's where he's at. That's where he'd be. It makes no sense.
Sial kan, tak ada orang kan.
He's going all the way to the back,
Nak bawa lagi sini.
and then he doesn't show.
Pokemon betul lah.
Despite the real-time contradiction, the monitor
Yeah.
feed continues to exhibit the mysterious figure calmly seated.
Okey, kat atas ni ada orang kan. Jiwa betul lah.
This eerie discrepancy has sent Singapore's netizens into a frenzy of speculation. The video has quickly gained traction, with locals debating whether it's an authentic supernatural incident or an elaborate hoax. The unsettling
not that
footage
elaborate.
of an apparent phantom passenger,
It really
invisible
isn't.
to the naked eye but captured on camera, continues to baffle viewers, adding another layer to Singapore's rich tapestry of ghostly folklore.
So you're a minute
Jiwa betul lah.
back,
Pagi-pagi dah buat seram lah.
and he's going through a replay. He's in the replay of it. Nothing spooky or scary about it. There's nothing spooky or scary about that. Everything can be explained away one way or another. Does Slapped Ham have a lot of good videos out there? Yeah, there's a lot of good videos out there. I mean, it gets your mind going. So, I mean, it's just ridiculous when they play this whole, oh my god, it's a ghost. You can see that he's going through the replay and rewinding the video to a specific point. That's what the computers are for. You don't push buttons on there. You don't push buttons on the computer and then show the camera up here. If it was a live feed, he wouldn't have to touch anything. He wouldn't have to touch any buttons. He wouldn't have to put in any keys, because that plays live. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That video is going as long as the bus is going. All he had to do is just go upstairs. Why is he touching the computer? Why is he running through information? Why is he opening things? That's easy. What he was doing was he was rewinding the video to when, he was sitting up there or somebody was up there, and he's like, "Hey, look at this questionable activity." No, it's not questionable. It really isn't. Hopefully, hopefully I get to do a few more of these, because this is fun. This is fun doing these reactions. I'm so damn busy with so much going on that I don't get to go out that much. So it's tough. But I mean, I am not gonna sit here and be like ooh and on over obviously doctored videos and videos where you can clearly see that it's not paranormal. Do I get scared with these things? No. I mean, I could be in a pitch black room watching these on a screen, headphones on, and completely into it, and it's not going to scare me. It just won't. Because as far as I'm concerned, 99% of these videos are just bullshit. There are quite a few out there that are legitimate scary videos and legitimate paranormal activity, but you've got 200 billion videos on YouTube, and at least 100,000 of them have to be real, because that's just how the math works. It is what it is, I guess. Well, that's it for today. See you guys later.